Have you ever wondered what lies beneath the endless ice of Antarctica? It's the only place on Earth where you're not allowed to freely explore. A frozen desert, larger than all of Europe, wrapped in a silence so deep it feels like another planet entirely. But what if that silence isn't empty? What if it's guarding a secret so profound it would rewrite everything we know about human history? For decades, we've been told it's just a barren wasteland. But the official story is starting to crack. The clues have been there all along, hidden in plain sight, in declassified military reports and hushed whispers from pilots and scientists. Let's start with a mission that was far more than just a training exercise. In 1947, just after World War II, the U.S. Navy launched one of its largest expeditions ever. They called it Operation High Jump. Imagine this: a full-blown naval fleet, complete with an aircraft carrier, 13 ships, and over 4,700 soldiers, all heading to the coldest, most remote place on the planet. The official reason: to test equipment and personnel in frigid conditions. But the man in charge, the legendary polar explorer Admiral Richard Byrd, came back with a story that was anything but routine. In his private journal, which was later made public, Byrd described something truly astonishing. He wrote about flying objects that could travel from pole to pole at incredible speeds. He spoke of a land beyond the pole, a new territory. Upon his return, he gave a shocking interview to a Chilean newspaper warning that the United States needed to prepare for a war against an enemy that could fly from one pole to the other in a matter of minutes. His public statements were quickly silenced, and the mission was abruptly cut short, months ahead of schedule. So, what did they really encounter out there? Was it a simple military mission, or was it a confrontation with something already living under the ice? The story gets even stranger when we look at who else was interested in Antarctica right before the war. Whispers of a secret Nazi base, known as Base 211 or New Swabia, have haunted historians for decades. It sounds like something out of a pulp novel, but there's evidence to suggest the Third Reich was obsessed with the continent. Captured German documents and U-boat logs suggest they were searching for something very specific. They weren't just looking for land to claim. They were hunting for a gateway. Rumors persist of a warm water oasis, a network of geothermal caves hidden deep beneath the glaciers, a perfect place to build a hidden fortress. Did they find it? And is that what Admiral Byrd's fleet was sent to investigate? Fast forward to today. The technology we have now is peeling back the layers of ice, and what we're finding is mind-bending. Just this year, new ground-penetrating radar scans have revealed something impossible, buried 2 miles deep. These aren't natural formations. The scans show massive, perfectly geometric structures. We're talking about sharp, triangular shapes arranged in a pattern that eerily mimics the layout of the pyramids of Giza. Geologists are baffled. These structures are angular, precise, and clearly artificial. Who could build a civilization in a place where modern science says nothing can survive? This brings us to one of the biggest red flags: the no-fly zones. Why are there huge, restricted airspaces over the South Pole? The official explanation is unpredictable weather. But pilots who have strayed off their designated flight paths tell a different story. They report seeing things that defy logic: dark holes leading deep into the earth, and strange, glistening structures that seem to defy the laws of physics. If it's just ice and rock, why is it guarded more heavily than some military installations? The Antarctic Treaty, signed by the world's most powerful nations, forbids military activity. Yet, the continent is surrounded by a ring of military oversight. What are they so desperate to protect, or perhaps contain? Some of the most radical theories take this a step further. What if Antarctica isn't a continent at all? The ice wall theory suggests that what we call the South Pole is actually a colossal, 150-foot high wall of ice that encircles our known world, holding the oceans in it. While mainstream science dismisses this, the extreme secrecy and the strange provisions of the Antarctic Treaty make you wonder. If you can't go there, and no one is allowed to independently verify what's there, how can we be sure of anything? What is truly on the other side of that horizon? Whether it's a continent or a barrier, one thing is becoming clear. The ice could be a vault, a time capsule. Evidence is emerging of a pre-human civilization, or perhaps something not from this world. We're detecting magnetic anomalies so powerful they scramble GPS and throw off high-tech sensors. It's as if the entire continent is a giant, frozen machine that is slowly waking up. Scientists mapping the bedrock beneath the ice have found an ancient landmass with riverbeds and coastlines, a land that was once green and temperate. What if a civilization flourished there millions of years ago and left behind its technology, its cities, and its secrets, all to be frozen in time? As our planet warms and the ice melts, the truth is rising to the surface. Antarctica is not just a cold, dead wasteland. It's a graveyard of a lost world, a Pandora's box on ice. The questions are no longer just whispers. They are being shouted by the evidence itself. What happens when those pyramids under the ice are fully revealed? What happens when the entrance to that warm water oasis is exposed? Are we ready for what happens when the ice finally disappears? The greatest discovery in human history might be waiting for us at the bottom of the world. So, what do you think is buried under the South Pole? Is it a lost civilization? A secret military base? Ancient alien technology? Or something we can't even begin to imagine? Let me know your wildest theory in the comments below. And if you want to explore more of the world's hidden truths, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you won't miss our next investigation. Thanks for watching.